Right on to it with this Elden Ring thing. Welcome back to Game Therapy, friends. I'm your host, BC, the Brain Supreme, here at this thing we like to call the Bryant Chambers Movement. In Game Therapy, well, you already know what it is, and if you're new around here, just keep hanging. It'll all make sense. I'm in this terribly dark cave, which I fear. So there's a torch, or there was a torch on the ground. It looks like the torch went out. Oh, that's no bueno. Now, this cave down here is almost pitch black, but there is something lit down there. I don't know if on screen you guys can see that. I can see it on all of my monitors. I don't know if you all, though. I don't know what the settings are. There's something lit down there, but I can hear something moving. So it leads me to believe there's a giant spider down here. Because look at the way this hole is carved. That looks like an animal, a giant snake or spider or something made this. So I'm probably going down here to eat one, but we're doing it anyway. Because F you. I'm that kind of adventurer. I'm like the white people in horror movies. I gotta go check it out. Like, don't. Just leave, man. They're killing people in there. No. We gotta go check it out now. That is what the whites do. I'm gonna channel my Irish and English side right now. I can hear whatever that thing is moving. There you are, you piece of shit. Come get some. Come get some, ho. I'm gonna give you all you need too. Give me somewhere where I can get some light and we can have a tactically sound fight. Yeah, baby. Come on, get this loving that you need. You need this loving, don't you, bitch? Yeah, you do. Knew you was down there bullshitting. And there's more of you. There's more of them. I love the targeting system in this game. Yeah, come on up here and get this ass whipping. Come on up here and get this ass whipping that you need. I knew there were people down there. I ain't stupid. Yeah, ho. Oh, you want some too? All in your ass. How about that? How many more of your friends down there, ho? Because I got all you need right here. I can hear y'all moving down there. I ain't stupid. And I got a dope targeting system that goes like 30 meters into the into the fray, so I can target from distance. Who else is down in this cave? I can hear y'all slurping and shit. What did I get? Cave moss. Outstanding. We've got Spec Op Ghost Freestyle. What's up, homie? Deep Fryer's in the house. What up, Fryer? So we have an interesting topic for you guys today. Oh, that's going to be death. Yes, it is. Look at you, ho. You don't want this. You don't want none of this. Whoopsie! I fell in a hole. It's not going well. Run, ho! What are you doing? Gotta be a way out. Gotta be a way out. Gotta be a way out, baby. Gotta be a way out, and I found it. And I found it, you punk bitches. You ain't gonna catch me, ho. Oh, shit, that's a boss fight. Oh, shit. That's an ass whipping for your ass. How you gonna put a hole right there? That's just mean. That is mean and unnecessary. I was kicking ass all night, and then you're going to put a hole that the guy falls in. I think the point there is that you're supposed to take a torch. Now, there was a torch on the floor when I started this whole thing, and now I just lost I don't know how many hours of level up points. And this is what I hate about this game, is it does that to you. And now I've spent 2 hours leveling up that now I've essentially just lost, because if I go down there to try to get my souls that I've spent 2 hours leveling up to get, I'm probably going to die again, and then those souls disappear forever. So it's like this risk-reward factor that I think only the most masochistic of people who are willing, like, I think in order to love this type of game, you have to be I think you actually have to like gambling, which I hate. I don't play when the odds are completely stacked against me. That's what stupid people do. Right? But there are people in the world who love winning when the odds are completely against them because they're crazy and they believe in fairy tales, as if falling in that hole there's any chance you are actually going to survive. And so the logical part of my brain doesn't really resonate with some of the shit this game does, but fuck it. Let's get back in this hole and kick ass. Because why not? Because why not, right? Because why the hell not? Get my green cave moss. Oh, that's right. You guys respawn, don't you? Come get this ass whipping. Okay. All right. Cat and mouse. Cat and mouse. Cat and mouse, baby. Hard to judge depth perception when all I can see is a white circle. But that's on me. I see you trying to get close, ho. Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Oh, the other one's still alive? Shit. Switch, switch, switch. Here we go. I got to get used to the controls, too. The combat is not particularly difficult. It's just getting used to these weirdo controls is hard. There we go. All right, I got a system to take those guys out. Put that in the databanks. We now know how to kill those guys. Who else wants some of Debo? I forgot dying respawns all the enemies. So yeah, I'm an efficiency guy. So games like this that are predicated on wasting your time because you messed up, like challenge the player in a different way. What? There you go. Stay fast with the small one. Get big with the big one. Where's the big one? Where's the big one? Where's the big guy? Get this ass whooping that you need, ho. Will you please fucking use a flask, you retard? Where's the other one? Where's 3? Where's 3, damn it? Gotcha, bitch. Give me my fucking souls back. Oh, actually, they're in the other room. I hit the wrong button. Damn it, dude. And when I was running for my life, I didn't see that cascade of yellow. Otherwise, I would have known that was a boss fight I was walking into. Whoopsie, when you're running for your life, man. Sometimes that's just the way it goes. But the good news is I got that 2 hours of leveling was mostly killing birds and shit, so it's not like it was giving me a ton of level up points. I've already gotten back 1/10 of what I lost. So I think with that estimation, we're going to avoid the boss fight here if we can. I may not even have a choice. Fighting the boss fight may be just what you have to do because you fell down this hole because you're an idiot and you shouldn't have come to this cave in the middle of nowhere because you're an explorer who hasn't even leveled up once yet. Big idiot. So, yeah, I mean, the ass whooping I'm getting, I'm earning it. I'm not criticizing the game for that. But anyway, let's see who's here. Flames in the house. What up, Flames? Ursula is lurking while exercising. Hi, B. What's up? All right, where is... You wouldn't know I had the air conditioner on in this place. Where's my towel? See, I usually have my peoples set all this up for me. Here we go. Lisa's in the house. What's up, lady? All right, let's see what this guy's talking about. Yeah, let's summon a cooperator. You gonna cooperate with me, baby? Come on, let's cooperate. All right, man. You ready to go kick ass together? Let's do it. Hey, where you going, man? We got ass to kick. Come on, baby. The mist. Now, where are my souls at? Let me go immediately back to that part. Or actually, maybe I don't need to. Because if they don't know I'm here, maybe I don't need to show myself. No. Hey, yeah. Help out, baby. Help out with that. All right, showtime. Damn it! Let me do something. Shit. Why are you focusing on the guys that don't do no damage? All right. I just want to observe, actually. So I like if this game would let me do reconnaissance, I'd actually like it more, because then I can get involved in these fights. There you go. Shit, dude, come on! Alright, this is where me and the controls for this game be getting into beef. Alright, come on. Get your ass up here. Damn, that didn't kill him? Oh, yeah, it did. Hang in there, old knight. Hang in, baby. There's 2 of them. We are not doing... I'm not leveled up enough for this fight. It's a wrap. Can I escape, though, is the question. That is what I got to try to do. Ball out. Ball out, son. Ball out. Put your sword away and ball out. Hit the other button with the other shit. Stop! You freaking idiot. Run. Shit. Please. Yeah, run. Stop walking and run, you piece of shit. Oh, it won't let you leave? Yeah, you're dead. You might as well take this ass whooping. Yeah, that's a wrap. Alright, lesson learned. Don't go exploring. Lesson learned. Don't go exploring in this game because they'll let you think you're going to do something cool and then make you fall in a hole and kill you. Like, I get it, game designers. You're all evil, freaking masochistic people who like, I think game designers, honestly, psychologically, would all be like Hitler types. If, like, the world had enough opportunity for people to do the shit they're really up to. Like, they like torturing people. And there are players, and this isn't criticism, this is just an observation. There are players who like to be tortured. I imagine you're the type of people who like getting paper clips put through your balls and stuff, like in the sex world. I imagine you're that kind of person if you like this game. Which, if you are, man, you know, paper clips and balls, do you think? I'm not judging. Live your life. You got to. You only get one of them. All right. Steven is in Italy right now visiting your middle brother. Okay, cool. What's up, man? Good to see you. Let me see something real quick. Okay, no, I don't have it. Oh, dang, I deleted it. Alright, we'll have to set that up later. Oh, well. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Let's go back to where I was what I was actually supposed to be doing in the game now that I've lost all my souls. I hate that. That is the one fatal flaw of this series, is like, dying means you lose time. Like, the one thing you take from the player is the one thing that in real life we can never get back. And I think that's cruel. And it's not cruel in a way that makes the game fun. Like, yeah, it does make me feel, oh man, I'm going to lose this if I die. But then it's like, when you do die, it actually creates more of a... It creates, one of my friends said it best when Dark Souls first came out. He's like, I want to love this game, but the risk reward is so out of balance that you have to like getting the shit beat out of you. Like, you almost have to be a person who's been abused to the point where you're desensitized to abuse. Where, like, a person who hasn't been abused a lot, when they feel abused, like, hey, that's not cool, I'm gonna go over here. But people who've had the shit beat out of them, it's like, oh, this is nothing. Like, woo! Okay. Like, don't take time from the player. Take the player's money. You know, take something, but not time. Of all the things you cost the player, that is one thing me and From Software just aren't going to agree on philosophically. Don't take time from the player. That's what you're supposed to be giving us, is an escape from the fact that this thing ends. So don't take the very thing away from us that we're coming to your game to get. That's my just love letter to y'all. Nothing will change, and that's okay. But how I wish it was different.
What do you need? I don't want any trouble.
D. Pryor says, not paper clips, be knitting needles. Oh, okay. Yeah, cool. Either one. I don't know how they do it. Let's see what this guy's selling. I don't have any souls to purchase with, so I guess FU is the next thing that's going to happen here. Because I just lost all my progress that I spent 3 hours doing. No, I guess this is how I should be holding up the middle fingers to myself. Alright. Oh, that's pretty cool. So, like, I can buy intelligence on my enemies? That'd be pretty cool. So that's a way of letting the player do reconnaissance, which is what I was just bitching about a second ago. Huh. Okay. If that is what that is, that's pretty cool. I don't want to sell anything. All right. I wanted to show... So basically, when I started the game, I wanted to show you guys that I had made it down the side of this big cliff and found some cool places to adventure in. And I wanted to start with that cave that I was at. And so I did. And then I went out here. It was like, oh, cool, there's an island out there. Let's go to it. And then I stopped and remembered, wait a minute, this is a Japanese game. There's a good chance you're not allowed to swim in this game. So I Googled it before I jumped in the water and realized, yeah, I was about to kill my character. Because apparently you can't swim. Like, swimming kills people in this world. Like, the water is death water or something. Or it's not swimmable water. Maybe the buoyancy, or, you know, not the buoyancy, the density of water is. Am I using the proper physics terms? Maybe not. Maybe water has a different density in this universe, and you can't float in it. You just sink in it. Maybe that's what it is. It's got to be what it is. D. Pryor says, have you touched the ancient Atone and turned into a long-dead princess and planted the seeds of the eventually giant vine yet? No, but I'm sure that's coming. What is that shit? Let's figure it out. It can F you up. Oh, damn, it's strong as shit, too. Okay. I had a feeling that little sludge would be a pretty powerful little beast. Yep. And fast. Alright, break contact. That is a stupid fight to get into that you cannot win with any efficiency. Oh, shit. I don't know how to get back up. That's a little problem we got here. Hey, video game makers. Let's talk running and stamina bars. And immersion. Can we have that conversation? You're asking me to believe that I've been sent to save this world. But I'm a person who's so out of shape, I can't run more than what looks like... Let's find out. How many meters is that going to be? Wait a minute. Now I'm not using stamina. Okay, never mind then. Like, a minute ago that was using stamina and now it isn't. Oh, maybe it uses stamina only when you're in combat. I will take that complaint off the table. Never mind. Never mind. I have nothing to say. If stamina is not being used out of combat, I'll live with that. No problem. Perfect. Well done, From Software. You're batting about a 900 here, From Software. And that's really high for a video game. Most of these games bat about a 100 for me. But you are hitting on all the cylinders, man. Actually, I think I can win some of these fisticuffs. There's what I've been trying to do the whole damn game. Let's work. I've been trying to do that move the whole game. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. Hallelujah. I bet you that turtle kicks all the ass in the world. Like, all of it. But yeah, and going back to taking time away from the player, let me give a counterpoint, because I know many people who love the game will, and I will agree with you. At the very least, the time you took from me, I spent 2 hours getting 2,000 souls or whatever. That's not actually fair. I could have got that same 2,000 souls mining in that cave I was just in probably 10 minutes. So, realistically, the game took away 10 minutes. So, alright, not the end of the world. We'll live with that. I wish it was kind of different, but it's not. But it's not game breaking is the point. It's a philosophical difference that I would have. Like, I'd do it like, actually, I think Dragon Quest probably for an RPG has the best punishment for death, because you lose, I think, every time you die, you lose half of your money, which is costly because you have to buy things in that game to get better, at least in the older ones. But replenishing your money doesn't take a ton of time. It just means, hey, you're getting sent back from the dungeon, back to town. You're going to lose half your money and have to do the... Okay. I did lose time, but technically, I still kept my levels. So when I go back to the dungeon, I'm still going to be as strong as I became. But it's like, I just spent 6 hours in this dungeon to die, and now I don't even get to get stronger. Like, I get nothing for my effort. That's where this game and I get a little like you're forcing me to be way more neurotic than I want to be in a video game. Like I would totally understand this if it was the real world. But like in a video game, I want it to be a little bit more fun and less brutal. Lord only knows what happens if you hit him while he's in his shell with this last bit of life he has. Oh, he just dies. Okay. I figured he'd probably explode. Like a... I don't even want to know what them giant sludges are. Not even going to engage that. But it also looks like... Wait a second, though. No. Never mind. I'm thinking improperly. God, this game is gorgeous, though, man. Jesus. All right, so the topic for today, if you guys didn't see the title, what is single life like in 2022? Right? And I actually, interestingly enough, if you notice, I framed that as a question. What is single life like in 2022? I didn't bring you here to tell you about single life because I'm not single. I brought you guys here to tell me. You know, because when I think about, like, when I started doing art or content or whatever name we're giving making things these days, I always thought, like, most art, most entertainment is meant to be interesting to distracted people. Like, and I've always, like, I've never been interested in making content for entitled, bored people that are just looking to waste time because they don't have anything better to do. Like, I've always just wanted to have, like, to host interesting people talking about things where I'm not the one doing all the talking. Like, I want to hear from you guys. Listening to you guys is way more interesting than listening to the stuff I have to say because I already know all this stuff. So I'd love for you guys to come in and tell me what is, and this helps me in a way because I've been very much detached from the social world for quite some years because, one, I'm married and have kids, and that eats up a lot of your time away from other things. But the other thing too is I was already, even as a single person, not crazily social because I struggle, and this is a me thing, like I struggle to keep up with everybody's social and emotional idiosyncrasies. Like, in a weird way, humans in the modern world are too emotionally complex for me. Like, I have to remember, oh, this person hates when you do this, and if you say this word, this person gets angry. It's like, what? Why do we have all these rules? Jesus Christ, I just wanted to tell you, your hair looked nice. Mike? Shit, you know. So it's like, I've just found, and this is my world. I'm not saying the world or the universe, but in my world, I have found that most people are a little bit too socially sensitive to, like, I don't like when people say, I don't give a fuck. Like, I did just, you know, so I am less social than a typical super extroverted person just because I've had a lot of negative social interactions in my life. And so I'm crazily extroverted, but because I've had so much negativity happening to me socially, I'm not a highly social person. So, like, I don't go out into, like, Ryan was talking about stuff a minute ago. I was like, he sent me something on text, and I was like, I've never even heard of that. That sounds cool, man. Is that what the millennials are doing? Is that what we're supposed to be up to? You know, so, like, learning from y'all, like, what is single life like? I have no clue. Like, the last time I went on a date, dating apps didn't exist. The last time I went on a date, apps didn't exist. You know, and like I'm a younger person, but who has a lot of my circumstances are like, I'm from the generation where people started getting married later in life, but I got married young, so I still behaved much like the older generations, even though I'm younger. Oh, stop it! You stupid ass skull! I was trying to get the juice out of it. I'm not going down there with that big sludge thing. All right, so what is single life like? Tell me. What's going on out there? What's the good? What's the bad? I tell you what I've heard from a lot of you, I would not want to be single. I tell my wife every day, thank you for staying. I couldn't survive out there, lady. I know I couldn't be a single person trying to date people. I'm not superficial enough. I'm too honest. You know, so like when people want you to lie to them and I'm just not gonna. And I was like that even in business consulting. Ryan and I were talking about that earlier. Where even in business, I'm more honest than the people who I've consulted. Like, lie to me a little. I don't want to know how bad it is. Like, I don't lie like that, dude. You asked me to come here and help you. I'm telling you, your product, your baby's ugly. Like, don't ask me to market a turd. You know, whereas a lot of consultants would just market a turd ineffectively and poorly and let that business waste a lot of time while the marketer's making money and the business is losing it. And I won't do that. I'd rather you just be mad at me, but save your money and go back to making better products or whatever the thing is, right? And I've had to do that to a lot of people. Even game designers have sent me their stuff. I'm like, mm-mm. And I said, I'm not the authority. I'm not a game designer, but as a person who plays these things and has reviewed them and written and talked about them for decades, this shit isn't gonna cut it. Like like the game doesn't work. Forget about whether people are gonna like it. It does not work consistently. Like that type of stuff. You know, and I've literally had game designer business owners like won't like ghost me because they thought I was being mean. Like, I'm trying to save your fucking life and not do to you what you are going to complain about in 20 years that marketers do, which is lie to you. And like, fuck, you can't have it both ways. You know? So I can't lie the way a lot of people need to be fucking lied to. I just won't. And thank God I found a woman who hates that superficial social bullshit. That's so, like, most people are just socially full of shit, I find, to a degree. Like, they're honest and they have integrity and they're good people, but most people in social situations just are fucking, they're a caricature of themselves, and I just don't do that shit. And it's exhausting. So like having to be an actor at all times is what it feels like to me to be social. So I don't do it. So I come to you guys who are more social and enjoy the fruits of being around lots of people. Tell me about it. What is single life like in 2022? The floor is yours. I think I've set the stage fair enough, or well enough. Pursuit angles! Can't get away from a pursuit angle, baby. My football training coming into bear. Hey, sorry, Turbo. I'm looking at Ursula, but trying to say Turbo. Turbo says, hey, all doing treadmill with... Hey, Turbo's working out and watching the show. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Turbo? What up, Nick Vesterhausen? Good to see you. Also, I will admit that part of the reason why this game frustrates me with the whole Souls thing... Oh, shit, you're actually getting ready to witness it. I was literally getting ready to bring this guy up, and here he is. One of the things that I don't like about this game, which I can't blame the designers for, this is just my flaw as a human, is I'm kind of a cowardly perfectionist when it comes to certain things, and I hate losing. So I hate losing so much that I'm inclined not to engage because I don't want to keep trying. I want to fucking win, not try. And so sometimes I have to get better. Hey, sometimes you got to take an L, man. You got to be willing to take the L to get the W. So some of my aversion to this game is my own psychology, not the game being somehow flawed. So, put that side note out there into the ether. Lisa says, what is single life like in 2022? I'm married, but it looks about the same as when we were single. Challenging. I will tell you, the stories I've heard from friends lead me to believe it is quite a bit more challenging now, because you have the paradox of choice that you never had before, because now with an app I can see probably, I don't know, but because I don't use them, but I imagine I can see thousands of people, whereas before I'd probably only meet 4 or 5 women in my travels. Now I can meet thousands at the push of a button. That paradox of choice by nature makes me entitled in way more choosy and superficial ways that I probably wouldn't be if I had less options. Right, so that's an inherent challenge that we didn't have, and just the super, like, people online, like, people are already superficial and full of shit when you're talking to them, unless you're us, right? We're the ones of the world who aren't like that, but the people on this show are a rare breed. Most people aren't like us, and that's not good or bad. We're just different, right? But then like most people are already kind of full of shit. On social media, everybody turns that shit up to 11. That's why I come across so awkward, because I'm just trying to be honest and not act. But it comes across as weird and cringy at times, because that's what interacting with real humans is like. It's not this polished shit that you see on camera that TV learned how to do 100 years ago. Right? So like it's definitely challenging like it was in the past, but I honestly believe it's way harder to date now in a lot of ways than it would have been when we were young. Tristan says, I'm married, but one of my wife's good friends is single, and it seems harder and weirder than ever. Some of the messages she gets are just out there. And plus, like with an app, like in the real world without apps, I'm probably only going to meet people as far as my existing social circle will take me. And my social circle is probably going to be made up of people who share similar values with me, because when you get into values conflicts, right, that's where people don't get along. Right, atheists, people who believe in God, Democrats, Republicans, abortion, no abortion. These people who are very strong in their values, they're never going to get along. So the solution is just don't make them play together. Unless there's a greater existential life thing that forces them to compromise. Otherwise, those two people are never going to get along. And that's why America's so bitchy. There was no outside force forcing us to get along. But now with this Ukraine thing, there might be some more unity. Who knows? But like, the weirdness factor goes up times 1,000, because now your social app exposes you to people you otherwise wouldn't have touched. So this person you're talking to, you don't even know what their value set is or what they believe in, or like to me, that's way too many variables. Like if I was living today and single, I can almost guarantee you I would not use dating apps, because to me, as a guy who makes things online and owns businesses and shit, like I already know what dating apps are. They're fucking fuck machines, guys. I already know the end game is to get you laid, not to get you married, except for maybe eHarmony, right? But that's still predicated on the hope that you will get laid after you get married. It's still getting you laid. So it's like I'm not trying to get laid. Like I'm trying to build meaningful relationships with human beings. Those apps are not gonna help me fucking do that. I'll go into the real world and meet with people and engage with real people and build trust and rapport, knowing that that's affinity and love is born out of that, not out of seeing someone on an app and being physically aroused. That's not the way it really works. If you want to have a successful relationship, if you just want to be a player and get laid, I don't know how to advise you, because I'm not that and don't know how to teach it. So I wished I was like that when I was younger. I used to hate all the time. I was like, I hate being a one-woman guy. I see all my friends getting all these dates, and I can't, like I physically can't do it. I tried to date 2 women at the same time who actually knew each other and were okay with it, and I still felt guilty. I was like, I can't do it! I'm too much of a bitch. And I was like, I wish I could. All my friends out here getting all these dates, and I'm lonely as shit. But I couldn't. I had to go a different way. So I get that I don't give relationship advice, because I could probably only advise 8 people on the planet who would want to do it my way. But my way works if you're trying to have my results. I'll give you that. Okay. See if I can sneak past this guy. This is one very interesting time where hide and seek is actually fun, because I'm trying to do it to not die. Like, I just want this guy not to see me so I don't have to die right now. And interestingly enough, okay, there it is. I was gonna say, why is it not targeting him? All right, so if you want to know what like the mission we're on, I'm actually headed to the second major story thing that happens in the game, which is getting to the creators table and getting my horse mount and all that stuff. That is the task we're on. If you want to, like, if you're watching this show for the game, there is a method to the madness here. I'm not just running around being an idiot, although I am running around being an idiot. That is not the goal. It's not the outcome I'm driving for. That's just the results I'm getting because I suck. All right. Yeah, dude. Like, forget dating. When I started doing business online, you can't imagine the emails I get from people that are just like, I don't even know what planet you come from. I didn't even know people like you. And I'm being dead serious. There are emails that I get more regularly than I wish sometimes. Where it's like, I didn't even know the planet you come from has been discovered. What you wrote is so not what I would expect a human being with any level of self-respect to do. Like, I didn't know people like you existed type shit. But that's my naivety. Lots of people exist. I just grew up in a world where I was not exposed to... Like, I was exposed to people like that, but my dad taught me at an early age, avoid motherfuckers like that. Like, I got robbed one time as a kid by people I thought was my friend. And that was my life lesson. I was 12 or 11 years old. I got robbed by people who were hanging out in my house and eating my food. And I said, fuck friends then. Friends are a pain in the goddamn ass. I'll only have friends if they're people who are willing to bleed with me and help me. I don't want friends coming to my house and they were stealing my money out of my house. Like, that was one of my first experiences having friends. You know, as a person old enough to think about a social life, right? A guy getting ready to become a teenager. And they were stealing from me. And they weren't just doing it to me. They were stealing from other people. It was like, if this is what friends is, I don't need fucking friends. I already grew up in a tough environment emotionally. So I was really self-reliant. I don't need people for emotional shit. I learned how to help myself. Because I was around people that couldn't help me coming up. And then I was around friends that were, you know, fucking up. And then getting beat up when I was younger because of who my dad was and shit. It's like, well, fuck everybody. Like, if everybody's going to hate me before I even start the game, fuck everybody. You know? So, I get that those people exist, but the internet showed me that they are rampant. Like, that person who robbed me when I was 12 is more normal than I am. And that fucking terrified me. That was my aha moment on the internet. Like, oh, fuck, I'm the weird guy. I thought I was... Shit. I'm the weirdo. The guy not robbing people and beating up kids is the weird guy. Fuck. Okay. All right. So yeah, Tristan is who I'm talking to with that. I can imagine the date. Like, that's just the business side of it. I can only imagine. Like, I've literally had people come on shows I've done. Like, and the topic was, you know, something to help people. Something I learned in being married that will help you. Oh, I'll tell you what the topic was. The topic was literally, there's no such thing as the one. And I was being rhetorical, because there is a such thing as the one. The difference is the world teaches you to go find the one instead of creating the one. And that's what I was trying to teach. But these people who've been hopped up on dating guru bullshit, by the way, these gurus aren't fucking married or in long-term relationships half the time. That should tell you that they're probably not qualified to help you with relationships. And they feed your brain with that you got to find the one, and you got to make sure they have the right bullshit astrological sign that's some shit we made up to sell shit to you. Like, are you... What? Like, people believe that. And then because I said there's no such thing as the one, I had a woman literally write me like, your wife secretly hates you, and I know this, and she hopes you die. That's what I was told. My wife, like, this person just deduced based on my lecture, your wife hates you, and she secretly hopes you will die. And so I asked her, babe, is this true? Do you actually want me to die? She's like, no, I actually think you're pretty awesome. I actually hope you don't die because we need you around. I was like, okay, I just needed to check because this lady seems to be pretty confident, having just met me 8 seconds ago, that I'm a piece of shit. And what it really was all I did was she had been fed in her brain for her whole life that there's this man that the Lord had created for her that she was just waiting to meet at age 60. Like, why would the Lord make you wait that long? He didn't. But the story she told herself about being single was that the Lord was just having her wait. And when I basically told her that this whole fairy tale she had crafted about why she was single, which was probably more because she wasn't likable and less that the Lord was holding her up, the cognitive dissonance made her hate me and want to kill me. Okay. Like, I was like, if you would actually listen to me, if you had met me 40 years ago, you'd probably be married and happy right now. Why do you hate me? I'm bringing the information that should be helping you. Like, the way you're going about it, you're going to be 80, still talking about the fucking Lord. Like, let me help you. I'm in contact with the Lord. He told me to tell you, no, you're doing it wrong. Yeah, that type of shit. Anyway, Well said, Tristan. Ursula says, I would prefer to have someone at home to talk to and hug me. I hate small talk, so online stuff seems superficial, because it is. And you're right, Ursula, like, you're an atypical woman, because a lot of the women I know, and men, like small, like, I didn't realize that small talk is something people actually enjoy. When my friends tell me that they have these group texts, like, I got mistakenly invited to a group of my high school friends' group text. And the fucking retardation that was going on, I was like, get me out of here. I don't want to listen to your guys' random thoughts 8 hours a day. And I love all these men. I was like, I don't want to hear this shit, but that's what regular people do. Just, hey, man, Aaron Rodgers is gay. Wow. Like, what? Why are you texting me this? Because I'm bored and my life sucks. Well, mine doesn't. Stop talking. Stop texting. You know, like, and I'm kidding. My friends have amazing lives. But regular people just socialize in superficial, time-wasty ways, and it's enjoyable to them. I never developed that skill, Ursula, much like you. So for you, you just need a dude who's much more pragmatic, right? So you're probably not going to want to hang with the dude who's always going out and needs to be social. Because if you're a homebody, you need to give Shannon Sharp a call if he's still single. He's like me. He's a homebody. And I think he's still single, and I think he's close to you in age. And he's sexy, and he's a former professional athlete, and a Hall of Famer. Give Shannon Sharp a call, Ursula. That's your guy. And if you look up Undisputed Shannon Sharp on YouTube if you need to figure out who I'm talking about. That's who you should be trying to date. Storytellers for Life says, what's up, gang? Always love the interesting topics on these streams. What up, storytellers? Lisa says, I found my husband when I wasn't looking. Sounds cliche, but it's true. Yeah. Well, it's cliche, but it is true. It's a cliche because it is true. You were busy about a couple of things. Developing yourself into an interesting, good person and doing cool shit. Those are the two things that attract the opposite sex to you. If you're not an interesting, becoming a good person who's up to cool shit, do not expect to meet anybody in your life who's going to be of substance that you want to be around. If those things aren't happening, fix that first, then worry about, because you got up to that first, men were attracted to you. Because I was a sexy, chiseled soldier who made a lot of money for a soldier at the time. I was attractive to my wife. Like, this guy freaking goes around the world and gets shot at. That's pretty cool. And he tries to be a decent person, even though a lot of times he admittedly is a piece of shit. He's working on it. I'm trying to be better, but sometimes I fuck it up. I'm not going to come on the internet and tell you guys I'm the bastion of altruism. I told you guys I stole G.I. Joe figures one time as a kid, right? And I was privileged. I could have had those. Well, that's not true. I was privileged, but my parents were cheap and would never buy me anything. So I turned to a life of stealing. Not a life. I stole once. And I felt so fucking terrible about it. I never did it again. I was like, oh my God, is this what they do? No! You know? But like, yeah, I've had a moment of desperation where I couldn't get something I wanted in my life. I'm not going to come on here and pretend to be squared away. I'm working on it, just like everybody else. And that goes back to, you know, what we were talking about earlier with the superficiality. People pretend to be better than they are, and that's why you get disappointed with them. It's like, oh, I thought you were a superhero. Well, that's because they spent 6 years trying to convince you that they were when they weren't. Hey, I'm not a superhero. I'm going to fuck this up sometimes. But I'm going to get it more right than I get it wrong. Is that good enough for us to be in a relationship? Cool. All right, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Smithing stone. Yes, let's use the smithing table. Strengthen my armament. I'd love to strengthen an armament. With the smithing menu, you can spend runes and smithing stones to strengthen your armament. You can strengthen your armaments up to +3 at a smithing table. Somewhere in the lands between, you may meet a blacksmith who can make your armaments even stronger. Very well. Let's make something stronger. I don't think I have enough souls to make anything stronger because I was an idiot and lost like 2,000 souls. So there you go. Lesson learned. The game does do a good job of teaching you not to be an idiot, at least. Right? I said we'll come back to them later. I have no reason to do that. Let's talk to... Is this Santa Claus? Santa, what's up, baby? Listen, man, we love you in our world. Bringing all them toys and whatnot. But yeah, Lisa, meaning when you're up to dope shit, and this works in business too, by the way. Like if you're not getting clients, get up to your business doing cool things that people can see, and then other business partners and stuff. Maybe not clients, but like when you're looking for business partners, get up to doing cool stuff because eventually other business people will see what you're up to. Hey, I want to be a part of what that guy's doing. He sounds like me and Ryan linked up. He's like, hey, I'm going to try to save the world. I'm like, hey, I'm doing that too. Let's link up. And we're doing it in different ways. Oh, shit, Santa, I'm sorry. That was an accident. I dropped my control, baby. Listen, Santa.
You're tarnished.
I like this guy. He didn't take it personal. He's like, that was an accident. We cool.
That you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Carly, purveyor of fine goods.
Thanks, Carly, and I'm sorry I just beat your ass, man. That is my bad. My bad, Carly.
Nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring.
That dude is tall as hell.
Like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
Hey, From Software. Hey, thank you for not making everybody in the game but the Nords and the Dunmer the same height. Thank you for making people different heights so I don't feel like everybody is just 6'3". Like, thanks. This is cool. Little touches like that, they matter. All right, I'm going to take a break from his dialogue just to see what everybody's here in the comments saying so I can catch up on the comments. Lisa says, I married a best friend, not a boyfriend. Well, Lisa, I really wish more people in the world could understand that the best boyfriends are best friends. And women especially, in my experience, I'm not saying women, I'm not speaking for women, I'm speaking in my experience coming up and as a single man. Most women had been conditioned to believe there's a such thing as a friend and a love interest, and that those are two separate things and they need to be kept separate. I had women tell me this. I didn't want to end the relationship because I thought it would damage our friendship. And I was like, let me help you. If the friendship's over because you're not kissing me anymore, there was never a friendship. Like, how do you not make, like, to me, that thought process when I was younger with women was so absurd. It made me think, where did women get this shit from? Are they watching this in movies? Like, you have to have men that are your friends and then a separate group of men that you're attracted to. And women would tell me, oh, I see you like a brother now, so I'm no longer attracted to you. Like, okay, if you're looking at me like your actual brother, first of all, that's weird. Like, you're a weird person. Why are you, like, what? And so I never understood, like, and what it taught me was that most of the women I was around did not know how to build actual relationships. Forget marriage or romance. They didn't know how relationship, like all relationships are friendships. You freaking morons, was what I wanted to say. Nobody's a moron. If anybody's a moron, it's me. But it's like, that's how I felt. It was like, really? And then like, when I actually dated women, we were really close friends, and the dating relationship worked really well. But she got to a point where she just wanted to be with other people. And for whatever reason, she couldn't tell me that. And I told her when it went down, I was like, dude, we were, and you know, to this day, there's no beef, there's no hard feelings, there's no pain. It's just telling you guys the story so it hopefully helps you. This woman is actually doing well in her life and having a great life with a family, and I'm glad for that. But what I told her, and I was actually glad it happened because I knew long term we probably weren't going to be a thing too. It's just what I hated was that you didn't have the courage to tell me as your friend. She ghosted me. That was the first person who ever ghosted me. I didn't know what that was. And ghosting is fucking cowardly. If you ghost me, just never talk to me again. You know, like as a friend. I'm married now, so no women are ghosting me. But it's like if you have to ghost me because you're a fucking coward, just don't talk to me in the first place. You know, that's how I felt. And, you know, we were kids at the time, so this is not having expectations that this person was going to be, Captain Marvel. But it was just like, I told her, you didn't have the respect. I said, we have been friends for 4 years, and I mean close friends. We hung out every night for years before we approached this dating thing. How in God's name did you think I was going to be some petty-ass bastard who was just, I don't want to be friends with you? Dude, we were close friends. And to her credit, I'm sure there was a man somewhere in her past who was a piece of shit and was petty, and she was using that experience to say, well, most men must do that. And I'm like, I don't hold grudges. I don't get petty. Like, pettiness, it takes too much time and energy. I don't have the energy to be petty. Like, I would have just been like, oh, you want to see other people? Okay. Oh, all right, that it hurts a little, but okay, cool. Like the conversation would have been, okay, let's figure that out. Does that mean we still kind of see each other, or do you want to go? Like, it would have literally been, would you rather just go back to being homies? And if she had said yes, I would have been cool. Then let's figure out what communication looks like so that I don't step on your toes for the men that you want to be with if we're still going to be friends. That's all the conversation would have been with me. And it was just like, but the ghosting, that's why I couldn't date, because I imagine most women are more immature like that, except now I'm not 21 years old. I'm a grown-ass man. I couldn't tolerate that at my age now. As a 21-year-old, you accept that. Like, yeah, we're not experienced. We don't know what we're doing. So yeah, I don't understand the friend zone. I think it's the stupidest shit I've ever heard of in my life. I wouldn't be surprised if the friend zone was probably invented by former divorce lawyers that turned marketers. They probably made that up so they could sell divorce services to people forever. I wish I was joking. Dylan says, I had experiences where women don't want you to care, which I don't understand. Like when you are sick and had a shitty day and want to be ignored or dismissed. So the psychological trait I think that would control that is emotionality, specifically dependence. And she's probably a person who scores, like me, extremely low independence. So if I had my arm cut, like, I don't want you to fawn over me. Help me. But oh my gosh, are you okay? Fuck off. Like that level of emotionality is fucking kryptonite to me. Like, don't turn into a gushy person because I'm bleeding. Help me stop bleeding. Like, I wonder if that's more what the lady you dealt with is like. Like, she's just not an emotionally dependent on other people person, to the point where being emotionally dependent is uncomfortable for her. I could relate to her if that's what's up. I don't know if that's the answer, but I imagine it's part of it, right? See, Realms of Symphony says, ugh, astrology. Not even what it used to be. Yeah, and I'm not shitting on astrology. If you enjoy it and you like astrology, because I know people who are into it, do your thing. My thing is, if you're using it as the foundation of how you set up your relationships, I had to tell a family member this who's not young. I said, one of the reasons why you're still single in your 60s is because you're still talking about fucking Sagittariuses. Like, stop that shit and be an adult. Fucking understand how communication and relationships work. Your Sagittarius sign is not why the relationship didn't work. It's you don't understand how to base a relationship on commonly shared values, a commonly shared outlook, and a commonly desired outcome. And then you just took, oh, they were a Sagittarius, that's why they suck, because that's an easy way for you to tell the story to make yourself feel better. You won't be allowed to do that in my world. So if that's the world you need to be, just do it. Just don't bring that shit around me. Because I can't. Like, shit that doesn't work, and you keep bringing it to me. It's like, because there's going to be the one person who built their whole life around that shit. Well, it worked for me, and I'm a Sclabagerius, and I married a Flander, and it works. Okay, you're the outlier. Show me the pattern. of millions of people using this astrology shit who have ended up with happy relationships. When you can show me that, and I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but when someone shows it to me, I will shut the fuck up. But until then, I have 20 years of a successful marriage to base my findings on. So, if you have better data, I'm happy to hear it. But until then, leave me alone with, I'm trying to date an ISFJ. Is that going to, get the fuck away from me? Like, if you're boiling it down to that, you're on step 12 when you should be on step 1. Are you a decent person who's doing anything of value? Fuck your Myers-Briggs. If you suck, your Myers-Briggs is not going to help your relationship. And that's why it got so hard for me to continue doing this channel back in the day, because people wanted that type of bullshit dating advice. That's what they tried to turn my channel into, if you want the real reason why I stopped doing it. I'm like, fuck out of here. Go get somebody else to be your goddamn soothsayer fairy tale talker. I'm not your guy. And by the way, I'm not saying anybody who believes in this shit is wrong. I'm saying it does not work in my universe. So if it works in yours, cool. Keep killing. I want you to win. So yeah, I'm not shitting on astrology. If you're into it, live your dreams. But if it is the basis on how you live your life, prepare for pain is my point. Alright, sell, purchase.
You know, if you can spare the rooms, you should buy yourself a crafting kit.
I will. You got one?
Crafting kit allows you to make basic items on your own. Essential, really, if you intend to survive out here for any duration. The kit costs a bundle, and I admit I do take my cut. But the important thing is that you survive. Every customer counts, after all.
Alright, well, can I purchase your crafting kit, brother? So you told me to craft a crafting kit. There it is. There's the crafting kit. If I can spare the runes. May I spare the runes? You may not. You have no runes for a crafting kit, whore, because you died in a cave because you're an idiot.
For now.
Arlie says, yo, B, I got my picture done. It's not great, but I like it. Well, if you made it, it's great to you, so it is great. Put it on Discord so we can all see it. Actually, put it on Discord and link us to it here so we can see it during the show. Or actually, if you put it up on Discord, I'll pull it up on the show. We can all look at it and make fun of you. You know I won't make fun. I'll just show love, baby. Yeah, put it up on Discord. I'll download it and show it on the show. Ah, so I did get a golden seed, hey? When did I get a golden seed? Anybody remember me getting a golden seed? I don't remember that. We're going to use it, though. Hey, anybody that plays these games, are golden seeds, this is where RPGs drive me nuts because they're a nightmare for people who have obsessive-compulsive issues. I have more obsessive than, I'm not very compulsive, but do these golden seeds get used for anything else? Like if I use them now instead of saving up 13 of them to make the sword of everlasting donkey strokes, like am I gonna lose something later because I'm using this now? You frickin' clowns that make these games. Oh, you guys missed it too. I almost burnt down my office last night. It was great. This little candle right here, I had another device over here that I apparently had gotten too close to it that I thought I had separated. But it hung over without me knowing, and I'm sitting here working, or not working, I was talking to somebody, and I start smelling, it's getting warmer in here. Smells a little bit like rubber. and I turn, and the flame is like this high. I was like, oh shit! It's hilarious. Maybe not that high. It's probably about this high. Yeah, I mean, the office wasn't in danger of actually burning down, but it was funny. It was terrifying in the moment, but. Where should I post it in Discord? Well, it's art, isn't it? Yeah, because it's crazy. You just can't win. You just can't win. I turned 1 degree to the left and it unplugged my headset. Like cameras, unless they're really, really high-powered lenses, flatten everything. So like the distance between this candle and Bob Ross to you guys looks like it's about that far, but it's a good number of feet, right? The distance is much further. So like if you had seen it, you'd be like, of course the shit's gonna burn down. But it wasn't like I could get both of my legs through this shit. But live and you learn, man. So, but thankfully, all the lighting in here. What the point I was making was, thankfully, all the lighting in here is LED, so none of it gets hot. The room just gets hot because of the machinery that has to run the foolishness that's going on. Anyway. Oh, okay, I didn't have any golden seeds. It just asks you anyway. Got it. Ready to rock. The 501. Ready to rock. Hey, my man Johnny say tonight's the night. I do like that there's verticality to this game. The verticality is remarkable. What up, donkey? Chilling hard like Jake Gyllenhaal, baby? I know you are.
Wait, weren't you? Well, you're back. Care to buy something?
I do, Santa Claus. Holler at your boy. Alright, so let's go farm some souls. We'll come back here and kick ass. Oh, cool. So even after I sleep at a bonfire, my runes, they call them runes, not souls. I guess I got to change my language. The runes that I lost are still present. They're still down in that cave. So I technically could still go get them if I wanted to. That's pretty cool. I want to start crafting arrows so I can be a bit more of a ranged fighter. Suits my style in the quicker combat. You know, CQB is for when it goes awry. I'd like to stick to keeping my distance for now if I can. Ooh, what's that down there? Ooh, we're gonna go find out. But now I got birds to kill, baby. Oh, come on, let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it. Yes. Ah, shit. I went too hard. Too hard in the paint. Is that another one? Nah. Anyway, I wanted to see. It appears this game doesn't have fall damage either, which I don't know if that's true, but if it does have fall damage, it's not very strict, which, hallelujah to Yeshua. Oh, Harley didn't know that we had an artist section. My bad. I thought you knew that. Yeah, there's an artist. Just post it in the artist section, bro. All right, so going back to dating in 2022, what are y'all's experiences out there in the dating world? What's happening? So I've heard. Let's recap what we've talked about so far. Dating is challenging. Lisa pointed out it's always been challenging, so it's still challenging. There's been additional challenges added, like paradox of choice, and then being exposed to people you otherwise probably wouldn't, meaning you have more opportunities to have a bad date now than you would have in the past, I think, mathematically. Could be wrong about that, but I think I'm right. So there's those challenges. Obviously, it's easier to meet people now because you have apps, so the apps do make something easier while also making things harder. And then it's the weirdness, like the superficiality of having to talk to, like, I had to learn that in the world, normal people are super fucking official. And that is not a criticism. It is just a natural human tendency to be a little bullshitty. Why? Because biologically, you don't know if everybody in the world is your friend. And we come from a very brutal tribe of species that used to beat the shit out of each other. If we had to. We weren't just going around killing people. But humans would if they needed to survive. And so there's brutality in our blood. And so we're small talky and superficial. People are superficial with you because they're feeling you out to make sure that you're trustworthy. People who are trained to not let harm get done to them don't need fucking superficial chit chat. I don't need to assess. I've already assessed the threat by looking at you. You probably can't kill me. So I don't need to ask you about the weather. But it's a subconscious, I think. I don't know if any of this shit I'm saying is true. It's just my experience. I think it's a subconscious behavior set that we've adapted in the modern world that's the same as if two tribes were out hunting and came across each other and didn't know each other. They'd sniff each other out before they'd get intimate. Warriors get intimate immediately. Why? Because nobody's a threat to us usually. I mean, we can be threatened, but most people don't get perceived as a threat. And two, the other piece I wanted to add to the warrior side of the house is we get intimate faster because we die faster. We have the urgency of life ending built into us much more than people who haven't tasted death. So you're going to, no, I've just had to learn, and this is just from my world, that most people are a bit bullshitty. And that's just how they've learned to survive. And I've had to learn to accept it. I used to hate it and oh, fuck, I don't want to have to talk to you about bullshit to get to the point. But it's just, it is. So resenting it is a waste of time. I might as well accept that's the way the world is. And if you're not that type of person, newsflash, if you're attracted to my content, you're probably not that type of person, which is why you like being here. Because I just kick shit straight, right? Most of the time, or at least try to. Right, so in your travels, just know you're going to come across people who are full of shit all the time. Once I learned that that's the way the world was, it helped me. It was like, oh yeah, this is what being a soldier is not. It's the opposite of this shit. But I'm not a soldier now, so I got to learn how to deal with these people. That thing's going to spit something. I just know it. I just know it. It's going to spit something. How is that not going to spit something? It looks like it's going to spit something. Told you. Too obvious. Yes. Good shit. Didn't really want to waste the arrows for that, but hey. You do what you gotta do, eh? Over here. And I'm pretty sure that dust takes half your life and then doesn't let you regenerate it. It's another thing From Software loves, is the same thing Final Fantasy loves, which I hate them for. Status ailments. Because the game's not already hard enough, we also had to give you diseases that are hard to cure and make you waste a lot of time. Yay! Whores. So yeah, those are kind of the things we've covered so far. What else is it like out there dating in 2022? Why are these as hard to break as they are? It's funny. Hey, got a golden rune. Not to be confused with a golden needle or the golden whatever that I thought I had earlier. I love the targeting system. The fact that I could target that dude from so far away. Well done, guys. Josh says, Bryant, I have a question about the 52 book challenge. What should I do if I did not get much from the book I read? What do you think you should do? What do you think is the right answer to that? I mean, because the simplest answer I can give you is I have no clue what you should do. What do you want to do with that? Like, what is the thing you wanted to have happen that didn't happen? Let's see. Deep Fryer says, last date I went on from OkCupid, she had her foot in my crotch across the table halfway through our first drink. All right. See, Turbo says, I'm not dating. However, I think managing yourself as single emotionally, physically, etc. is important before adding another to my life. Yeah, very well said. I'd agree with you, Turbs. Oh, this poor guy. I don't really want to kill him, man. Like, he ain't hurting nobody. Like, is killing this dude somehow helping him in a way? Yeah, I appreciate that the game gives you easy people to farm runes from. Well done. Like, the game actually, and this is a compliment, not a criticism. The game actually makes you, through the way they scripted these zombies, I actually feel bad killing them because they seem so damn helpless. Like, I don't want to kill this guy. I want to help him. I want to ask him about his mom. Is everything okay at home? So, good job, designers, figuring that out. Pursuit angles. Here we go. DK Metcalf coming up on that ass. You better be ready. You better be ready as soon as I get that angle on your ass. What? Yes. All right. A little more killing to do, and then we'll have what we need. Steven says, good night, B. Take it easy, man. Have a good night. Harley says, I haven't been looking for a significant other in like 2 years. Well, I mean, it makes sense. I guess it's a hard question to answer, too, during a pandemic. And understand, I ask a lot of these questions in complete ignorance. Like, I don't know, are people still dating during the pandemic at all, really? I imagine you've all cut down on it just because you don't want to expose yourself to potentially getting ill, you know, or getting someone else ill, you know, that type of jazz. Ursula says, I can see my first date. I ask what are his values, and I watch his eyes glaze over. And then comes awkward silence. Nope, Shannon will not give you. He'll actually answer the question. His values, I could tell you because I've heard him say it. His values are: I want to be around people who want to be great at shit, and I don't want to be around people who don't. There may be a reason why I like the guy. You know, and that's the wrong way to say it. I want to be around people who are driven to be great at who they are. That's the right way to say it. Because you can't look at somebody who's not great yet, and how are you defining great, right? You can't look at someone who's not killing yet and then just assume they're not awesome. They may just be on the path. They may be stacking the bricks to get to what you would measure as awesome. But if they don't have a fire, like if you don't have a fire to build something for you and for another person that's good on this planet, I probably won't like you very much. And not like I won't actively dislike you. I just won't be drawn to you. You won't be interesting, you know? And I imagine a guy like Shannon, if I had to guess from listening to him talk, Urs, you wouldn't get glazed over. He'd be like, oh, you want to know my values? I want to be around people who help me be the best me and want to be the best them, and I can contribute to them. Like my whole thing with my wife is I want to make her life amazing. If her life's amazing, I win the game. As a husband, if she can look back and say, my life is measurably, unquestionably better because this dude showed up, then I get to win the game. Like that's what he'll say to you most likely. But you also probably won't find people like him chilling out a lot on dating apps. But I don't know. That may be a stupid comment because I don't. Like I said, I got married before dating apps existed. So I am speaking in ignorance. Yes! I love that it didn't make me actively slow down to get into those fisticuffs. Come on, get this loving. Come get this loving. You know you need it. You know you need it. Are you going to fly? You going to get up in the air? You don't think I can do something about that? Yeah, shoot it, baby. Shoot that thing. Shoot that thing. Because here it come right here. All in your ass. Oh, wrong guy. Wrong guy, damn it. Yeah, Super warned me about the damn camera fucking up. It's doing it. He's like, turn targeted off when the camera starts fucking up. You mean now? Yeah, got it. Suba warned me about this. I got a jump move now, ho. You can do all that flying you want. I still got you. Oh, I got enough money. Ooh, and I got a golden rune. Shit, we partying out here. I got a golden rune. And I got enough money to get my crafting case. What up, ho? Oh. What up? Gotta cut out all that damn rolling. The hell you think this is? Oh, got the sturdy bones. Not to be confused with dirty bones. The Church of Ela. Or Ella, A. Under that umbrella. Oh, it's a golden seed, not a golden rune. Not to be mistaken with a golden rune. We have golden seeds and golden runes. We gotta make sure we're keeping those things separate. Alright. I got excited for a second, unnecessarily.
Weren't you? Well, you're back. Care to buy something?
I do. Ah, dope. That actually answers my question without me having to look up a guide. That's what I'm talking about, game designers. Shit. Good job. Now I don't even need to ask that question because the readout tells me. Damn. You would think we haven't been making video games for 50 years with simple stuff like that not being in other games. Thank you. Yes. We in here now. Let's get to crafting.
I'm glad you took my warning to heart.
Yeah, me too. Okay, good to know. Let's see what I need containers for. Oh, I guess I need containers for everything.
What is it? Still going to purchase something?
Yeah, man. We gonna play bocce ball. Watch out, one. Okay, so a golden rune just gives you more runes. Alright, bet. I'll live with that. The silver of meat. Wait a minute. Wait a mother. Wait a hold up, bruh. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Did they?
Bye.
Oh, hold up. No, ain't no goodbye. Get back in the store. Get back in the store. Hold up. Can I buy?
To purchase something.
If they did this, this is gonna have to go down as my favorite game of all time. Wait a minute. Just if it's in here, it's over. All right, no. Tools, ashes, crafting. Okay, so no. All right. I was going to say, if they let you do, because Outward allows you to store your money in things like gold and precious materials that you can store in your footlocker so your money doesn't weigh you down. I'm wondering if they let you do the same thing with, like, if I can buy golden runes with regular runes, because you don't lose your items when you die, you only use your runes. I can store my runes value. That's something that I wonder if that is in the game or if it's something that they'll add at some point. But like, dude, if that was a thing, I would have just probably crowned this as my favorite game ever, but it doesn't look like it. So, oh well.
For now.
It'll have to be my 90th favorite game ever. Josh, this is one of those times you remind me of my wife. This is ask for forgiveness, not permission. Do you know that phrase? You're asking me a very tactical question about doing your book summary right, as if I'm going to scrutinizingly read every word of it to say you did this wrong. Like, dude, write your summary. I am not gonna babysit your summaries, bro. Like, did I do it right? Yeah. If this is what you wanted to write, you did it right. Like, my wife is an ask for permission personality, and I'm an ask for forgiveness personality. Just do it, and if it pisses somebody off, fine. I'm sorry. Like, shit, we went to a restaurant, we went on a date, and we had reserved seating, it was fancy shit, and I was like, hey, there's a place to sit over here. She's like, I don't know if we're allowed to sit there. I was like, I'm paying to be in this motherfucker, and I'm paying for everybody here to pay their rent. Fuck them, I'm sitting over here. And if they have a problem with it, they'll just come tell me. Like, she wanted to ask permission, I wanted to just go sit down. So, Josh, that sounds like you're asking me, can I do this thing? Like I told y'all from the beginning, whatever you got out of the book is what you're supposed to write. So, if what you got out of it was just a reinforcement of another book, what are we talking about? Yeah, like, the one thing I always have to remember when I run challenges and shit like this is all of you grew up in the public school system where you have to raise your hand to ask to go to the bathroom. Like, I don't run a public school. Write your shit. I'm not grading it. Like, because at the end of the day, Josh, this exercise is for you. You shouldn't be asking me what I think you should write. You should be writing what's making your life better. Because I'd be inclined to tell you, if you think you got nothing out of the book, you probably didn't read it as closely as you think you did. Right? Or you weren't tuned into some of the things maybe you got out of it, but they're just not fresh in your mind. I'd tell you, just go read the book till you get something out of it. There you go. Next. But yeah. Nah, this is not a school assignment, bro. You don't have to raise your hand here. Just do your thing. Now, the one exception to the rule with my ask for forgiveness instead of permission is when I deal with people, I will always ask permission. Like, I will never have an interaction with another human soul that they do not want to have. But if I gotta, like, are we allowed to stand in this line? Fuck you, I'm in it. I'm not asking. I'm standing. Jazz up out of here. Okay, so we got the crafting kit. Oh, I needed to buy the Chester copper pot. I was like, what am I supposed to be doing? Besides running around to kill people and get resources. Tristan says, we found a new game that Bryant likes. I think we can end the show. Yeah, I think so. I think this is probably the last series we need to run and just end on a good note. We win the Super Bowl, we retire. That's how we do it. Just, damn, he only played 1 year in the NFL as quarterback. He won the Super Bowl and said, fuck it, and balled out. It's like, probably not going to do that twice. Peace. I'm going out on a high note.
What is it? Still going to purchase something?
Turbo says, thank you for that clarity on human interaction. Oh, yeah. I won't even engage my wife in conversation that she doesn't want to have. Like, hey, I need to flesh out some stuff. Do you have a second to chat? Like, I will not just walk into a room and start rapping. Like, here, listen to the shit I need to say. Like, that's rude. I would never infringe upon another human's space. I will always ask for permission to be in another human's world, another human's space. I will even ask permission to speak with you. Like, if you noticed on our last stream, Turbo, I don't know if you were here, if you picked up, before I launched into the topic, I even asked the audience's permission to do it because I knew it was going to be a topic that would be boring for people that aren't regulars here. And I wanted to be respectful. I was like, I don't know who's here. I can only see numbers and who's commenting, but I can't see everything. Like, I'll never ask anybody to do a thing they don't want to do. I just don't, because I wouldn't want someone to do it to me. And I've had people do it to me, and that shit sucks. So I definitely wouldn't want to do it to someone else. That is the one thing you can take to the bank. I won't even have a conversation with you unless you have sanctioned it. I think it's time for me to finally get into fisticuffs with this guy down here. I think so. I think I need to stop being a bitch and go ahead and figure out if it's time for me and this dude to get into it. Because I thought I was supposed to get my mount when I got to this church or whatever. That's apparently wrong. But that's alright. We still got killing we can do. Ooh, nice shield. He is fast as shit, too. Let's get some. Use the terrain to your advantage, brother. Or don't. Or totally don't. Alrighty. Or don't use the terrain to your advantage, because he can swipe with that halberd on the downside of the rocks. Excellent. Yeah, you got me. Alright. Alright, so his weakness... I got it. I think I got it. Like, this is a good talking point for the people that are into the game. This is my fundamental beef with the Souls. This fight, like, if I were to do this fight in real life, I would have pictures of this guy, I'd have aerial footage, and I'd probably have video footage of him killing or fighting with other people, so that I can study all of his moves before, and by the way, in a military operation, I will have trained using another person pretending to be him doing all the things he's doing. And by the way, this happens in football too. It's not just in war. In football, you get half of your team to pretend it's the team you're going to play next week. And they do all the things against you that team's going to do, so that when you get on the football field, you've already done it. Dark Souls just makes you do reconnaissance by getting your... Like, reconnaissance in this game is trial and error ass whippings. Where it's like, guys, 1,000 years ago we figured out that that's a stupid way to fight. Learn your enemy first, then go engage in a fight. Like, that's the fundamental combat principle of this game that I just don't agree with. Like, let me get intelligence on him by observing him, not by getting my ass beat by him, because I'm wasting time. That type of shit, dude. Like, come on. Let me do the reconnaissance without wasting time trying to beat him in ways that are going to be ineffective, thus illogical, thus wasting a person's time whose whole life is predicated on never wasting time. Like, come on! Supposed to be in this together! Oh, I'm out of it. Never mind. Too slow, too fast, too fast, too fast. Got it. Alright. Okay, too slow on that one. Too fast on the other one. Got it. Okay. Alright, so he's going to hold the first strike, and then he's going to have a quicker strike, and I got to be able to learn the tells of the longer strike and then learn the tells of the quicker strike. All things that if the game let me do reconnaissance, I could have learned one time instead of doing it 90 times. But whatever, I'll continue fighting like it's the year 700, because game designers don't know how warfare works. Like, dude, even Sun Tzu would not get in this fight, as old as his ass is. He gets it. He gets it. He gets it. That dude got distance. Jump, bitch! Yeah, nice hit. Damn it, P. Slow ass. Ooh, he missed. I don't know how, but he did. How? That's a cheap shot. That's a cheap shot. Okay, enough of him. No, Turbo, 2 does not equal 90 in B math. I know I'm going to have to do this 90 more fucking times to get it right. Because that's the way the game is designed. That's more what I meant. It's a good joke, though. Oh, God. Alright, so I have a crafting kit, but no way to craft anything because I don't have the thing that you craft things in. That doesn't sound like a gym membership where you have to pay to use the weights. Like, I'm already paying to be in the building. I gotta pay to use the weights. I gotta put a quarter in all the weight machines. Alright, we'll probably deal with him whenever we get our mount, which I thought the way Suba explained it to me was supposed to be at this church, but I guess not. Guess we're supposed to go somewhere else. Which is cool. I don't actually mind exploring in these games. It's kind of cool. Yeah! Talk to me, Goose. Oh, we ain't cool. This dude's an enemy. I thought he was another Santa Claus dude. He is not. Ooh, got some blades there, baby. Are those throwing knives? Look like it. There's probably a YouTube about each boss by now. Oh, there is. I just hate having to look that shit up. You're right. Like, I guess what I'm bitching about is I wish there was an in-game way to just do the reconnaissance. Like, just play me a video. Like, if basically, if I was willing to explore a dungeon and it gave me the book on how to kill this guy, and that book manifested as a video on screen that just shows me he does this move really slow, he does this move really fast, he's vulnerable when he does this. Thank you. Now I can go kick his ass. Yay! I don't have to go to YouTube and 6 other websites and it, like, you know what I mean? Like, that shit gets tedious to me because I'm not enough of it. Like, I'm a nerd, but I'm not enough of one where I actually enjoy that shit. Like, come on! But you are 100% correct, Turbo. And that, eventually, that's where I always end up, is on, like, with God of War, when I was beating all the Valkyries, I had to YouTube the last one. I was like, I don't know what to do. It's clear that this is an execution problem, but there's also something that I'm missing that I'm supposed to know. And I watched the video and I was like, oh. So it's 99% execution, but there's this one thing that I was trying to do right, but missing just by a little bit. And then even when you know it, you still barely win. The way that fight is scripted to make you feel like you just fought with, I guess, lightning and somehow magically won at the end. Ooh, this looks like a cool little villa, but it is not a villa. It's a... Oh, this is the enemy bases the game talked about. Hell yeah. Oh, and don't let that, because he can alert the rest of his boys, but if I can kill him first, he won't have a chance. Ho. Alright, let's, speaking of reconnaissance. Oh, a little building over there, too. This is awesome, man. Please, thank you. Jesus. I don't want it that way. Get off of that. This is really where the drone from Ghost Recon would come in mighty handily. But you know what? I'm cheating right here and getting the same effect as the drone, so I'm just going to hold the camera right where it is. Because I can see what I'm trying to see. Haha, cheater. Cheat my ass off to win against these killers if I have to. Okay, let's go to work. Let's go to work. Let's go to work. All of us, baby. That's on me. Now what? The fact that I can target that target from this far away, that... I'm not going to stop praising that. That's really well done. D. Pryor says, I mean, are you pissed they make you grind to learn? Yes. I don't want to grind to learn. I want to grind. I want to know what to do and then grind to fucking do it. I don't want to grind to get fucking knowledge. Give me the knowledge and then train me to, like, I'm kinetic, dude. I don't want to stay. I'm not a Dungeons and Dragons player that enjoys reading manuals before I play a fucking game. Like, I'm an action-oriented person. I want to do shit, not read shit. And those battles are like reading. It's like, oh, fuck, let's go lose again so I can learn his fifth move. It is a deliberate, plotting, slow way to make the player learn. That just, to me, isn't enjoyable. He says, or is it just an actually difficult game that just does it the same way as Metroid? No, it's not actually difficult. Once you learn the dance steps... Well, that's not true. It is actually difficult. I like the difficulty. I like that you die fast. I like that it doesn't take 70 sword swipes for the enemies to kill you. The answer is both are true. I love the difficulty of Dark Souls. I hate the obtuse Zelda puzzle-solving bullshit that is the boss fights and some of the more difficult fights. They shroud how you're supposed to fight in mystery that you can only unravel by doing the fight over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until you're observant enough to learn the tells. I'm action-oriented, brother. I don't want to sit and watch a class. And I'm doing an action-oriented thing to do what I would learn from a book or a video. And my brain just doesn't like that. It's like, dude, either let me kill this guy. Don't make me fight this. Like, I don't want to do something 90 times because I don't know what to do. If I, like Metroid, when you saw me getting my ass beat, I knew exactly what to do. My frustration was I was just getting my ass beat, and it's cheap. Like, Metroid's cheap as shit at the end. It's like they made it overwhelmingly handicapping of the player, right? But I can still get through that. I can get through being handicapped. But when I don't, like, if you sent me to that last boss fight in Metroid, and I didn't know that you had to break these things first before you could kill it, and I just kept losing that way, I'll eventually just quit the game. Because I don't get joy out of solving puzzles. In a game where I'm supposed to be playing football and throwing spears. If I'm sitting down to do a puzzle, I'm okay. But I'm sitting down to kill things and get stronger. Not solve a fucking Rubik's Cube. And this game makes you solve Rubik's Cubes in the boss fights. And I don't like that. So, hopefully that was somewhat coherent and answered your question. Oh, that answered that question. Like, I guess one way the game could let me do it is similar. Like, if this were... Like, Ghost Recon has a similar thing, but they do it in a way that's more intuitive. I put my drone in the air and I watch the patrols. Those patrols tell me, okay, kill this guy first, kill this guy second, kill this guy third, and then push through the objective to where we're trying to go and clean up the mess. So by the time I get to the battlefield, I know exactly what I'm going to do. When I get on the battlefield here, I'm clueless. And that's not how fighting works. And I think kids get fun out of that because it's the joy of discovery and the fear of dying. It's like, bitch, that ain't fun for someone that knows how to fight. Let me fight in an actual skilled way, but nope, you got to fight the dumb way. Like, all right, I'll do it the dumb way, I guess. Whoopsie. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Come get some. Really? Really? Fucking really? Okay, so... I'm about to take back some of what I said about the controls. That felt very much like original Dark Souls, where I just got my ass beat because I put in 3 button inputs that apparently were at the wrong time, because what he was doing on screen and what I was trying to do were very different things. And that's because the controls in this game are purposefully delayed so that you die faster. It's like this game is always predicated on handicap, like make it hard because you just suck at everything. Like, and there's a lot of times it feels like there's no ways to get past sucking. Like, and there are, you can level and shit, but it's like, for crying out loud, times I gotta do this shit. Yeah, like the bottom line, Ryan, to your question is, I don't like repetition when there's no progress being made, or when the progress is so incremental that it's not at a level that I like to feel it. So I disengage. I will not dedicate my energy to things that take too much of my energy for too little of a payoff, and that's what this game typically does. I have got to get the time. The timing in the combat of this game is... It's not wrong or bad. It's just I'm me and the timing for the game are... I gotta get the rhythm of this game down. I do not have it, and it is not like other games. So I gotta figure it out. All right. Alright, so... And then the other guy, he flanked me on the left when I tried to take this guy out. That's cool. It's going to take me probably another 10 hours just to get used to the controls, man. Like, I want to press B so bad to crouch, and it's freaking... it's the analog stick. Like, oh, don't do that. Let's see if the platforming in this game is as robust as I think it is. Nope, I did that wrong. Shit. It is! How about that? Well done, game designers. Are those my souls? Or my runes or whatever? There we go. Give them up. In fact, I don't technically need to be here. I got what I needed. We'll come back. I can hear something making an... Is this an enemy or not? What is it? Oh, that can't not be a landmine. Don't touch that. That's gonna kill somebody. Hey, I got gold-tinged excrement. That's gotta be a good thing, right? Little excrement? Little excrement never hurt nobody. Okay, so it's not exactly a landmine. But when it dies, does it become one? Where'd you go, ho? Dang, just vanish it. Oh, yeah. Come on to work. Come on to work. Come on to work. I ain't even bust my sword out, ho. I'm throwing punches at your ass. Let's go to work. Alright, so I do have the I have the dexterity to be a bit more aggressive than I'm being. Tuck that away in the data bank. I need to be a little bit more. I play defensively in these types of fights because these types of games always make me feel like I'm outclassed. So it's like you don't just run face first into fighting someone who's a better fighter than you. But it appears that the character I've chosen actually got some chops, so need to be more aggressive and less defensive. He says that's the golden donkey of Strokevania. Strokevania. The golden donkey of Strokevania. Church of Eli.
Wait.
Go enter the church of Eli.
You're back. Care to buy something?
I do. I got some crafting to do, baby. Let me get that chest of copper pot about your ass. There it is. Oh, shit. You can buy cookbooks, too? That's cool. I like that. Wait, I had one of these already? You black motherfucker. So why didn't it let...
Goodbye. Not
Not gonna say anything. Just not gonna say it. Thought I had to buy that to craft the things I needed because this dude told me I needed one to craft things. This game doesn't tell you enough. Can I know more things, please? I like that the story is very minimal, but like information can still be less minimal, please. Alright, fuck it. I gotta go to Google. I'm not gonna sit here and try to figure this stupid ass game out. Like, this should not take this much fucking study. Dungeons and Dragons nerds. What's the name of this game? Elden Ring? Oh! Well, that would have been nice to know. The thing I'm trying to do is improve weapons. I mean, I'm getting ready to compliment the game. It's just I won't say they made it confusing. I probably made it confusing. But I literally can just go to the menu and craft. I thought I had to go to the damn blacksmith table. Oh, man. Yo, yo. Come on in. Alright, so I can't... Oh, so the bones are for throwing knives, not for arrows. Alright, well, that's not the end of the world. Work it out. Okay. Got it. That's what I wanted. Now then, I should Be able to go into my equipment, find those throwing knives, right? Nay? Are they in a different part of the menu, my friends? Probably. Oh, you know what? They're probably in the bombs part of the menu. Yep. Oh, I had these too. So what we want to do is... Are you fucking kidding me? Is that what you really thought I was trying to do? Video games are stupid sometimes, dude. I'm trying to put it in my quick selection, or maybe it's already in there because I'm stupid. No, it's not. It's not in there. So... just want to equip them. Just want to put them on my quick choice menu. Nothing on the screen tells me push this to put this in your quick choice menu. Like to be able to select these in combat, maybe. I'd like that, if that's not too much to ask. You're a whore. You're the whore of whores, and you know you are. Wait a minute, do I have like a class that can't use this type of weapon, maybe? I don't understand how this game... I probably need to have played more of these games to not be completely confused by how obtuse some of this shit is. There it is! Thank you! Oh, so I have to choose between healing items and throwing items? Of course you do. Of course you do. Of course you do! But anyway, we learned how to craft. That's all that matters. Kaz is saying, so you're saying it didn't chit-chat enough with you on how the... Well played, sir. Well played. Alright, so Ryan says the most peculiar sentences. You should listen to Fashion Nugget by Cake. I'm not even sure what that metaphor means. Is that a line from a movie? You should listen to Fashion Nugget by Cake. You got me on that one, bro. I don't know how to do any of that. Is that a movie? Is that a quote from a movie that I should have watched a long time ago? Bring your ass. Yes, thin beast bones. Thank ye. I always have a good use for thin beast bones. Dang, even the enemies can get... Hey, man, all that? I'm over here pontificating. You can't just run up on fools. Hey, I got that. Oh, cool. I walked up on two dead things that both had a thing, and I pressed Y once, and it took both items. Hey, look at that. That's pretty cool. There is clearly something, like, underneath this. Okay, so it takes off running, basically. I got it. And then it disappears, right? Okay, so that's the thing that's making all the noise. I got it. I got it. I thought it was something underneath the building. But it were not. Alright, let's draw fire. Let's bring them to us. Showtime. The enemies are too strong and entrenched. Let's bring them hoes to us. Come get some, ho. Telling you, you don't want this ass whipping once I learn how to play this game. It's gonna be your ass. See, Josh says, as for today's question for this stream, my life being single is just like any other day. I never went on a date. You never went on a date? Oh, okay. I got you. Hunter's in the house. What's up, homie? He said sheep go to heaven. Hunter said, did I miss anything important? Yeah, a couple of things. Fill them in, gang. We had a great discussion today. We're just enjoying the game now. We've already done the chit-chatty part of the show. Just trying to keep you honest. Love it. Alright, I'll learn tactics that make me a little bit more effective in battle. But what I love about it is the game doesn't just like all the things that I bitched about earlier. At the very least, the game it gives me an option to skew the battlefield to my advantage if I am creative in the way that I play. And that's what I felt was always missing from these games before it went open world was it's not just that it's obtuse and there's only a couple of ways to solve the problem, none of which are intuitive. And now that it's open world, I can add intuitive ways to take out enemies that I'll learn much more quickly and not have to fight 90 times. Like, that's what I'm hoping I get out of this game is I enjoy it for 100 or 200 hours instead of hating it for 40. This is where... Oh, fuck, dude! Come on! This is where mouse and keyboard... The one time mouse and keyboard's actually like, alright, for me, better. Come get this ass whipping. Come get this ass whipping. You know you need it. Alright. He's got longer reach, but he's gonna be slower. Oh, he can bum rush. Hell yeah. Get some. Alright, now, let us get some of that energy back so I can get back into this fight and be smart with it. Now, I don't know how to kill this guy, so I'm being a little bit more pensive than I would be if I had the pattern down. Yep, that is not the way to do it. Alright, here we go. Jesus Christ! Bitch! Alright. I think I get the gist. I can be better the next time I fight him. Scheisse. Should have been better than that, but it's all good. We're learning. So yeah, that's the part of the game I don't like. I don't like having to learn by fighting. Like, it's weird because if I were doing this in real life, I'd be having the time of my life learning how to fight. But in a video game, it's like I just want it to be over faster, I guess. I don't know why my brain doesn't equate those things. Or see them the same way. Like, if I was doing this in real life, like this was my exercise for the day, I'd do it 90 times because it'd be a fun way to exercise. But in a video game, I think I'm looking for, hey, I don't really want to learn how to do physics better. I just want to kill things and get stronger for an hour. Can we manage that, video game designers? Thanks. I found the map. Hey, hell yeah. I can't use it. Am I not leveled up enough yet? Is that my problem? Probably. Oh well. It's a nice try. I do like that the aggro of the enemies is not terribly close. Like it's really close. The aggro circle or whatever you call it, like they won't start. Like I'm maybe 30 meters from that dude over there, and he really didn't give chase. So that's pretty cool. Yep, there's gonna be another guy there. I had a feeling about that. Is this guy friend, foe? Friend, foe. He's a friend, foe. It says, yeah, don't run straight into a spear. That's not the way to beat him. You don't say. Yeah, and admittedly, I'm not a sword fighter. So I gotta learn that too, I guess. Deep Fryer says, B, Sheep Go to Heaven is a song by Cake. Okay, so Cake is a music group, apparently. We figured that out today. Cake is a music group, and so Rambunctious Functions, or whatever the thing is you told me to listen to, was a song. I thought you were quoting something. Okay. And then Sheep Go to Heaven is a song by the same... Is it a guy, a lady, or is it a group? Actually, I think I have... Like, the Cake is a 90s band, right? I think I've heard of them, but I'd never listened to them. I don't think for any reason. Or maybe they have songs that are... I know the songs, but don't know that I know them type stuff. Damn, bruh! All that? They playing. Damn! They are playing for keeps out here. All right, well, I guess that's not the way we're supposed to go. Peace. All right, I'm gonna... Let me go... Let me actually go to the save point, if it'll let me. Does it let you go to save points when you're being chased by heathens? All right, where do you go in the first hour of Elden Ring? I can't believe I actually have to look this shit up. I knew the game was going to be obtuse, but damn, not that obtuse. Oh, wait a minute. This is a cutscene. Oh, hold up. This may be where I was supposed to go. I didn't even realize.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina.
Word.
I offer you an accord.
Let's hear about it. Love a good accord.
Have you heard of the Finger Maidens?
Hell yeah. They sexy as hell.
They serve the two fingers, offering guidance and aid.
That just sounds unnecessarily sexual innuendo.
But you, I am afraid, are maidenless.
Are you proposing? I was going to say, are you going to be my maiden? Of course you are.
Turning runes into strength.
Oh, I finally get to level up.
Aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you.
Gladly.
To the foot of the Erd Tree.
Done. I was just bitching about not knowing what to do, and then the game told me. Are you listening, Xbox? Shit. Well, I got a couple other problems too. Listen, man. Hey, can you give me some stretches to do for the upper part of my lat, where it meets my where my lat, deltoid, and trapezius muscles are coming together? Xbox, I could use that. If you can put that on screen, that'd be great. Thanks.
Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring.
Oh, that's my horse. Yeah.
Use it to traverse great distances.
I will.
It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect.
Thank you, Torrent. Level up. Hallelujah.
And rest upon you.
Finally.
For but a moment, share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
Okay. Okay, so I need basically 800 points. 811 points to put 1 point into something. All right, and then it'll exponentially increase from there, I'm sure. All right, so this actually gives me a good look at me. Dexterity's killing. Dexterity being high is gonna be a huge help to me, because I can't fight as a tank. It's too plodding. I need to be able to move quickly. Oh man, let's see. Strength could stand to come up a bit. Endurance is always a good thing. I actually really want to focus on, when I get the chance to, getting my my magic skills squared away. So I basically set this game up so that I have a bow and arrow, I have throwing knives, and then I'll have magic. So that as a character who is a balance between blade and distance fighting, I can fight from distance until I have to fight with blades, which is really how a modern fighter would fight anyway. If you're fighting people with your blade, something went wrong in the modern world. So I think the game's going to set it up so I can get some good enjoyment out of this. Josh says, goodbye, chat. Take it easy, Josh. You had a very close friend turn away from you, so you're kind of alone in 2022. Damn, that sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Wait, let's make sure she didn't give us... Okay, use the spectral steed whistle to summon your ride. If your spectral steed dies, you can summon it again, but it will cost 1 flask of crimson tea. Damn, your steed can die in this game? I don't think I like that very much, but okay. So what button is the whistle? You care to tell us that? Oh, okay. They are telling us. Oh. So, okay. It's one of the things in the bottom menu. Unfortunately, I feel like I would have done these menus differently, bro. But, oh well. And he can get on up, though. That's for damn sure. Wait a damn minute. Alright, let's get these controls down. Uh-huh. Kicking ass all night. Here we go. Alright, hoes. It's me. It's me, bitch. It ain't Roger, though. Look cool now. Look cool. It ain't Roger, bitch. It's me. What the fuck are you doing, horse? Get your ass back here. What are you doing? Alright, here we go. Wow, dude. Horse... Now, I got hit right there because I was being an idiot. But horse combat is immediately better than I ever would have thought it would have been. Wow, okay. I'm not going to say it's great, but... dadgum, it's... eons better than I thought it might be. Because my expectations were very low for mounted combat in this game. But they got it. Seems like they got it. And you can pick up materials while on horseback. Thank you for not making me get off of it. For the stupid games that make you do that. Alright. You see, I don't like the idea of having to sift through all of this to do combat and healing. And call my horse. I'm not feeling that at all. Why wouldn't they let me put it in the top one? Come on. I mean, I'm sure there's a good reason for it, but I obviously don't know what the reason is yet, so here we are. Let's see. Did I get enough stuff to level up yet? I did. So yeah, like I can go here and it'll tell me my stamina, whatever, my magic points, basically, or whatever they're calling it, FP. Okay, so it doesn't go up exponentially. It goes up incrementally. Sweet. How about that? I can get my HP up a bit. Get my endurance up a bit. Get my strength. Get my momentum up. Get my dexterity in there. Okay, so for a samurai, dexterity and strength affect that. Alright. Intelligence lets me do more magic. Faith lets me do more faith stuff. And then arcane. Alright, Cool. I'm not going to actually level up just yet. We'll figure out what we want to do to level up later on. Now, one thing I will say about them taking all your runes away from you when you die is it does kind of put you in a position where you can't really hoard level up points. The game's like, you're going to use this. F you. Like you take like the way I typically play RPGs is I hoard my level up points until I've played enough of the game to understand how I want to level, because unfortunately with the limitations of technology, a lot of action-based RPGs that tried to bring the Dungeons and Dragons flavor to it have a lot of dice rolly shit in it. So it's just like I never let, like in Arcania, for example, or Arcania is a worse example. Divinity Ego Draconis, which is a game we'll probably play on this stream, which I have a really strong love-hate relationship, but I love it way more than the things that I hate. But it's like you can actually level up your character wrong and not beat the game. Like I think for a game designer, that's lazy. Like you actually didn't think of a scenario where a person leveled this way and they could still beat the game. Why then don't let them level this way, you freaking clowns. And the game even has it built in where if you F it up, you can pay somebody $6 million and redo it or whatever. And I think that design philosophy that I imagine comes from Dungeons and Dragons, it's horrible. It's Hitler shit. And so, like, I usually don't ever level up until I see how shit works, and then I start to level up to be good at the game, because that's happened to me twice. Suikoden 5, a game you can see right up here on my shelf, does that too, where you can take the wrong party of 130 characters to the final boss. Don't give me 130 characters if all of them are not viable combatants. This is, like, that shitty, unrobust design. So I don't know if Elden Ring would do that to you, but it's like I usually hoard my level up points because I don't know, is the game going to be better if I use fire or lightning? Usually the games aren't very balanced very well, so I hoard until I understand what I'm actually up against. Kaz says, and yes, Cake is a 90s band. Got it. Now that I'm talking to you guys, hearing it, it's like, yeah, okay, I remember that. But when Ryan wrote the sentence, it just was like, wait, what? The way it read was, for someone who never listened to Cake, the sentence read weird. Kaz says, misleveling your characters is a Diablo thing, I think. Would make sense. I never played Diablo growing up, except for about 10 minutes on my PlayStation 1. And I didn't like it very much. It's like, alright. Just going back to Zelda. I mean, Zelda. Good lord. I hate Zelda more than Diablo. Let's go on back to Metroid is what I meant to say. Let's take a couple messages here. Take a couple comments from the audience, and then I'm going to go have some dinner with my family. What do y'all say to that? I am going to have another stream tonight for sure, but it may not be here. I'm going to be doing some stuff with my son. But that doesn't mean I won't come back here. But I may not. So we may not do a second stream tonight. This may be the only one here. But I am going to go do a show my son wanted me to do a show with him called Forcing My Dad to Play VR Games. My son knows I hate everything, and he gets joy out of watching me rage at how stupid everything is in the world, so he just wants to make me play games that are going to make me rage for his audience to have a good time. So I'm going to go do that with him as I'm helping him build his brand, which I have found is a lot more fun than... Helping other people build brands is a lot of times more fun than building your own. I'm learning as an older guy. my brother was sharing some combat footage from what's going on in Ukraine, and it was weird because he was just like, dude, this is crazy to watch. And I was watching the video like, yep, I've actually seen not too different a scene in real life. Woo! Hang in there. Hunter says, I had flaming cheese with fajitas. Word. I don't know what flaming cheese is, but it sounds delicious. Cool. Well, it looks like we got through all the comments. Looks like I succeeded in not pissing everybody off. I've only offended probably 80 people tonight. That's a good one. If we only offended 80 people in our audience, we're winning. I'm getting better at being a good person. If I only offended 80 this time. Anyway, man, this is a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys came to hang out. Hopefully you got something great out of the conversation. If nothing, just to laugh at how absurd this whole existence is and the silly things all we humans do that we probably should not take as seriously as we do at times. So many thanks. Lisa says good night all. Yeah, so word is still out on whether or not I'll come back and do another game therapy with you guys. I'm going to go have some dinner and then do a quick show with my son. And then me and the wife are probably going to hang, so we'll figure out what the rest of the night looks like. But if I do come back, I'll see you. If not, I'm still kind of trying to figure out what the rhythm of doing this show will be. As I have time, I'll probably just still do them ad hoc as I have been doing them, where some weeks I do one every day, and then you have 2 weeks where I don't do any. I'll probably keep doing that until I find the rhythm that works for me. I know we talked kind of internally about Sundays seem to work really well for everybody because you're usually home. You're not like Fridays are tough because everybody's out trying to do stuff and live their life. And I totally understand. You've had a whole week of killing it and grinding and, you know, having to do hard work. And then Friday you want to have your time to you, and it may not be time you want to come just sit and watch me be silly. Totally understand. So it doesn't mean we won't do Fridays. I know not to expect, not to set any expectations that, everyone will be present and engaged, just because I know you guys have a life. That's way more important than what goes on here. Sundays seem to resonate well with everybody. Sundays always work well for me. I was saying to the crowd that Sundays were always my hardest days in dealing with depression in my earlier days, because Sundays were usually my last day of freedom before I had to go back to doing something I either liked but was hard, or didn't like and was easy. That's usually how my that was kind of the ebb and flow of my career. It was either doing hard shit that tires you out but you like it, or shit that you really hate that's not that hard. But Sundays was like, either way, you're going back to fight dragons. So Sundays, my depression would always be higher. And having something to take my mind off of what was coming during the week was nice. I always heard people talk about Monday blues, but once I'm in the fight, I'm not depressed anymore. We're throwing hands. It's time to go to work. Once I'd get to my work week, my depression would not go away, but it would subside, because I'm focused on, trying to kick ass for my team, or trying to help a boss, or whatever it was I was up to back when I did those things. But I don't know how that plays out for all of you. I just assume, we're humans, so we're all similar in a lot of ways, that maybe Sundays are tougher for you guys. But if you have a day that works better for you, I'm always all ears. Doesn't mean anything will change, but I always do want to take into consideration y'all's feelings and thoughts before I make decisions. So, with that, we will see about doing shows for the rest of this week and beyond. But you could take it to the bank. I am internally not thinking about shutting down game therapy or anything like that right now. Just really trying to figure out what I want to do with it and how I want to do it, and experimenting with it to see what I like. The same thing kind of goes for the podcast. I'm working on actually doing more writing to have things to be a bit more organized and structured out for the podcast, so that even the longer podcast can be more dense with actionable information and not just me ranting emotionally. Even though I know you guys have told me you do get enjoyment out of that because it helps you think, I do still want the podcast to be action-oriented and helping you guys do stuff, not just talk and think about stuff. So, like, one of the last podcasts I shot was actually the first class I teach in my online, kind of my online personal and professional development course, like helping you become the strongest version of yourself. one of the actually the second class that you take is I taught it as my podcast because like let me have an audio version of this because there's probably a lot of people who will never take that course or watch the video free because that video is free on YouTube also. You don't have to actually pay for the course. You can watch it for free. But like in doing that, what was I trying to say? I lost my train of thought there. It got me. I tried to talk about two things and then got lost on the one and didn't get back to the other. But the second class in that course was about how to understand you, how to understand your psychology, how to understand your values, how to understand what motivates you in life so that you can make decisions that help make you a happier, more successful person. And it's something that I put together. It's actually a mixture of lessons that I took from other places to make into one comprehensive thing that just teaches it all to you comprehensively in about 45 minutes. And that it's very helpful at helping you figure out how you want to navigate the world. You know, so that is the last podcast that I did, was just practically saying, here's how you be self-aware, and here's how you understand what your core values are as a person, and here's how you understand your motivations, which determine how you make decisions. And if you know those things about yourself, it immediately opens your eyes to, it's almost like you have blinders taken off, like, oh, this is why I do this when this happens to me. It's like, oh, like this life is a self-discovery adventure. It's amazing. And if you spend time getting to know yourself, you will realize you are deeper and more awesome than you realize. And that's actually my fundamental frustration with most people. It's not that they're shitty. Like, I don't think most people are shitty. I think all people are amazing. They just choose shitty behaviors because they haven't been taught how to do it better. And that's the real frustration. When I say shitty people, it's actually just a shortcut for amazing person who unfortunately probably didn't have people in their lives to help them be as amazing as they were meant to be. So they take shortcuts and do shitty things. I would too if I didn't have my dad, you know, or my friends, or the people in my life, or my mom, or the people that raised me. So, anyway, I love you guys much. We are stronger than I. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. Let's see. Hunter says, oh, the book club. I can't find it local. Is that Amazon link yours? If not, yes, the Amazon link's mine. Yeah, good question, Hunter, and thank you for asking it. That does help. So we built the 52-book challenge. It's not free for us, but we made it free for you guys. But you guys buying the books through the system, if enough people do it, eventually we will no longer have to pay to run the system. It'll be paying for itself because, like, I built it so that it could make money to pay for itself. And then if it grew, you know, if we kept doing book challenges every year, eventually it would grow. And then, you know, it's a thing that could make money where I could pay editors. You know, it makes revenue that you can invest into other things in your business so that you can hire an employee, or, you know, and then that not only helps me, but that helps another person who needs money. So shit like that. So anything you're contributing like that, it helps. So thank you. Thanks for asking. Anyway, I love you guys much. We are stronger than I. See you in a few. Peace.